Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Alicia and my matrix number is GB230126. So today I will be doing a reflection video based on lecture 8, which is Gestalt theory in visual screen design. So before we go further, let's look at the definition for Gestalt theory. So, it is a principle or law of human perception that describes how human group similar elements, recognize patterns, and simplify complex images when we perceive objects. So, in Gestalt theory, there are 11 laws of Gestalt principle. For the first law is the law of balance, where it is a visual property in which elements are made up of equivalent parts to resemble proportion and balance. So a common example that can be seen is from this both picture, where the first picture can be seen as non-symmetrical, as the face of the person is not symmetry, but as can be seen from the second picture, the eyes, ear, lips, nose are all symmetry and have the same proportion on both sides. So this is what it means by the law of balance. The second is law of continuation. So in law of continuation, people perceive objects are arranged in continuous lines or curve as more related than elements on a jagged or broken line. For example, from this picture, we will likely see two overlapping lines rather than seeing that it is actually a four line meeting in the middle of the image. The third law is law of closure. So law of closure is that it means that even if an image is missing any part, our brain will actually fill in the blanks and perceive a complete picture. So as can be seen for an example on the picture stated, we can still see the circle and rectangle in this picture even though the lines are broken, because our mind are trained to see things from how we actually see it the first time. So for the fourth law is the law of figure ground. So according to this principle, people segment visuals into two components, figure and ground. So the figure is the object or person that is the focus, and the ground is the background. So this results in people having widely different interpretation of an image depending on of which part they see as the figure or the ground. So as can be seen for this picture provided, there are two situations. The first situation is that people will see a tall vase, while the second situation is that people will see two men facing towards each other. So that is law of figure ground. The fifth law is the law of focal point. So for this principle, it means that contrasting elements, they stand out more than similar ones. For example, from this image, we can see that the green colored square actually stand out more than the other purple circle, as it is the only one that is different from the others. So the sixth law is the law of isomorphic correspondence. So it means that for this law, we respond to some images very strongly based on our experience. So as can be seen from the picture provided, if you look at it, we will know that it is actually Kuih Raya that is served during festivals such as Hari Raya. The seventh law is the law of pragnance or simplicity, also known as good form. So the law of pragnance and simplicity is actually the same. So I will be combining both in one segment. So it is actually how the human mind prefers experiences that are simple and will simplify complexity. As can be seen from this picture, They are actually simply a jumble of semicircles and incomplete shape, but our brain, they naturally perceive them as interlocking rings where it represents the spirit of friendly competition. The eighth law is the law of proximity. So, law of proximity is how our mind perceives objects near each other as a related group rather than independent individual. So, for example, as can be seen from this picture, we will probably see image A as one block of dots and image B as three columns, as image B has separate gaps between them. So the ninth law is the law of similarity. So in this law, it theorizes that we mentally group objects that look alike. For example, when we look at this image, we will see alternating rows rather than a block of dots because of two different colors, which is green and purple. If the dots were all different color, we wouldn't see the image in the same way as how we see it now. So the last law is the law of unity or harmony. So this law proposes that visually connected objects are more related than objects with no connection. So if we look at this image, we will see that even though there are two squares and two circles, we actually see that the square and circle pairs are more strongly related because of the line visually connecting them. So that is all for my reflection on Gestalt theory in lecture 8. I hope you do enjoy my reflection on this topic. So that is all from me. Thank you very much.